Those Damn Ross Kids is a podcast for adults, and the opinions we express do not reflect the opinions of our employers or even ourselves. If you would like to support the show, go to Duckfeed.tv/tipjar and check out our Patreon campaign.
I saw old you today
Old me?
at Ikea.
What do you mean?
There was a guy that just looked like, I think you're going to look like when you get old, and he was gone before I could take a picture.
I really would not want to see that picture.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Huh.
I don't know, he just kind of looked like Santa Claus. But instead of bringing what you wanted, he brings you knowledge.
Those Damn Ross Kids, a conversation between brothers, featuring Kris and Kole Ross.
Asshole.
What?
No,
It could work.
yeah, maybe. Man, oh man. What you been up to?
Went and did some things yesterday outdoors, kayaking,
Mm.
and then drove down to the Ikea today.
Yeah, where you saw me in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The new one, the one in Columbus, Ohio.
Right. How is that?
It's nice. I mean, it's new, so
It's not a flaming pit in the ground like the Cincinnati one is.
the the huddled masses of entire obese families that shuffle in there and make old Mr. Ikea weep. With strong. I think they're pulling a lot from the country.
Yeah. It always unsettles me how the floors in an Ikea kind of bounce up and down like a drum.
Oh yeah, the arrow lights, how they're shaking.
It's like a scene in Jurassic Park. The meatballs, look at the meatballs.
They don't even total sales. They just have a scale that, some sort of Richter scale type thing on the building that when it shakes, it's a good day.
Yeah.
But no, it wasn't shaking. I guess they, this is rumor, that they were expecting for the grand opening week, like 3 times the amount of people that actually came.
Okay. So it was a little bit of a flop.
Yeah, I guess.
Huh.
Let me leave it to Ohio. the only Ikea to ever close. Even the one in Detroit's open.
Yeah. Well, I mean, most of the people who live in Detroit are taking shelter in that Ikea.
Right.
Yeah. No, what do you even do with an Ikea building once it closes? You talk about I can tell that building used to be a Pizza Hut. Oh, that's
right.
That's the old Ikea.
Indoor go-karts.
Make it into a whole college campus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, some of these internet colleges, that could probably be like eight colleges.
No, of course. All at the same time. Different things. You just change the sign around.
For profit?
Yep.
I think so.
Because the government will pay you for that.
Will they?
Yeah, it was the whole scam with for-profit colleges and Pell Grants and shit.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like starting your own church, except you can compel the government to give you money as opposed to just not take it.
Sure. I don't really know how that works, but it's working for them. At least it worked for a minute.
Churches or colleges?
Both.
Well, colleges, what, like ITT shut down?
Yeah.
I think DeVry is they've changed over. I think they were subsumed by Hamburger University.
Second Nazarene of the forthcoming.
The forthcoming. That's Space Jesus, right? Yeah.
Yeah. They believe Jesus lived once, and then for the First and the Second World War, he came back for both of those.
Mm.
And then I think that the third World War will be his forthcoming.
Mm. And then there won't be a world at all after that.
Yeah, it depends.
It depends on how it shakes out.
And if the pizza makes it in a half an hour or not.
Yeah. They had to stop doing that. Too many people are getting in car accidents.
Yeah, the world depends on it.
Yeah. Set your watch and warrant by it, man. by the half hour. Remember, we were sitting on your sun porch, and I was my phone beeped. Like, what is that? And I had to explain to you that I have a timer set. Not a timer. I have an app that chimes at the top and bottom of every hour.
Mm-hmm.
Because for the purpose of time tracking at work, and just for trying to be mindful of not losing myself in tasks and stuff, I'm trying to train myself to be more aware of what a half hour is. You know, because sometimes you lose that. You lose that, and I think, you know, it was getting expensive just ordering a Domino's pizza every half hour.
You mean you lose it? You like in a concentration camp?
No, no. I mean,
where you're forced to ride a bike all the time.
No, like in concentration, I will.
On Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, like I will lose it. I don't quite know how to say it, but sometimes you just forget how long things take.
Yeah,
you know, you get your head down, and you start working on something, and you can surround yourself with all the clocks you want. You know, you're just going to lose it. So trying to build into myself a real sense of what a half hour feels like.
Now, do you pause at that time?
No. I will occasionally like look at my phone, because oftentimes it'll just vibrate. My entire phone's set to vibrate. And
Did you listen to Share?
What?
You listen to Share?
Oh, if I could turn back time?
Yeah. You think back on how you could have done the last half hour better?
Yeah, I just give myself half hourly reviews.
Right.
Yeah, and it gets into a thing because it takes a half hour to do the review, so it kind of becomes recursive. But I'm the best at what I do, man. I got to be demanding of myself and my craft.
You did build your own small barrel.
I don't understand what that means. I laughed, but I don't know what it means.
You can evaluate yourself that way, the best at what you do. And I said, because you definitely built yourself a small barrel.
I don't understand what the barrel has to do with it.
You're a big fish, man.
Oh.
You're one of the only people who do what you do.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
How you do. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that didn't really make it a lot of sense to me, actually.
You forged your own path.
I guess. I don't know. But yeah, you went to the new Ikea. The new one that is not, again, the flaming box that the Cincinnati one is.
Yeah, it's still a shit show.
Well, of course. But now that you guys have an Ikea within an hour drive of you, like nobody is ever going to come visit again.
Not really. You don't really go there to buy anything.
No, they go there to kill time.
Go there to people watch and kill time.
Yeah.
Have some balls.
Yep, some balls and strips. Jam a thing.
Balls on the way in and the za on the way out.
Whoa. Just grab yourself a road dog. Hot dog for the road.
A road dog, Jesse James.
Yeah.
I think that was a wrestler.
Jesse James?
The road dog?
Maybe.
I think so.
The only wrestler I will acknowledge is Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Right.
Is that his name? Is that a wrestler?
And if you're blind, I am the wrestler.
Yeah.
Yes, that is a wrestler.
Okay, cool.
Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Jake the Snake.
The Jeffersons.
Yep. Wheezy.
Who's Wheezy? Oh, that's Kanye.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Remember when he performed with Daft Punk?
Wait, did he do that? Was that the King Crimson cover?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. Was that like the Grammys or something?
No.
It was good. I watched it the other day. He was wearing a glow-in-the-dark coat.
Yeah, he's a talented guy.
Right.
Little
in between, in
between houses at the moment. Yeah. I don't know. Hey, Chris, what episode is this?
No clue.
It's 206, I think.
No. Yeah. Episode number 206 of the comedy podcast, Those Damn Ross Kids.
Yeah, your name is?
I'm Chris.
And my name's Kole. We're here to entertain your asses. It hasn't been very long since we recorded the last one, so I don't know that I have a lot of banter on top of this. We're getting everything ready for the change to the early release structure, and so we needed to get this. I'm going to be up there this coming weekend. So
you're coming up here?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Why?
For 4th of July, and also 4th of July.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to be there for the 4th. I'm going to be there for the weekend of the 4th.
Right.
Yeah.
Because why would you?
Well, it's on a really awkward day. Why would they put the 4th of July on a Tuesday? It doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
Think about it. I keep on asking.
Do people get Monday off?
I don't think they do.
And what's this early release thing?
Oh, with the new Patreon thing, we're going to a week of early release as opposed to a day.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why?
To make it more valuable.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should probably get better talent.
I mean, that would be an easy way to do it, but no, we can just choose when to make people hear us, as opposed to making what they hear better.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you could get one of those guys from Dog the Bounty Hunter to come talk about video games with you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Vigio game. How do you say it? Who says that? Vigio games?
I think you're thinking of Hank Hill, who says Vigigames.
Oh, Vigio games. Okay.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of Hank Hill.
Hank Hill.
Hank Rutherford Hill.
Why are you talking to me like I got the answer wrong on Jeopardy?
Because that's just the way I normally talk to you, and you're just now noticing it.
Hank Hill.
Yeah. Bobby?
Hey, right. What the heck?
You were better at that before your voice changed.
Right.
Yeah.
Want to be a husky boy model.
Yep. I don't know you. That's my purse. You all right?
No, I'm good. I don't know you. That show's way unsung.
Oh, it's so good. I always sing its praises.
No, I know, but
yeah.
In general, people.
Yeah, in general, people forget it.
Mm-hmm.
It has dropped. It has dropped from most notice. Although it is a frequent source for memes and stuff. People still talk about it on the internet. There are like parody videos and stuff on YouTube.
Right.
But I think that loses the plot that it's actually a really good show.
Oh yeah. So sometimes it was slow, but
yeah.
Hey, do you remember the story that was the title episode of the previous the title of the episode that just came out?
Oh, Sizzling Beans.
Sizzling Beans. Do you remember how I said there's just a story? There's stories that really seem like I need to say them to you, just because of certain words or phrasing. It just seems like a you story.
Okay.
So, will you agree with me that people go to a place called Outer Banks?
That's what, in Georgia or something?
North Carolina.
Okay.
Okay.
I've heard that people go to a place like that.
And at Outer Banks, Outer Banks, all I could think of was Father of the Bride, Mr. Bonks.
Oh,
anyway,
yes. Yeah.
There's this place called Cape Point, and just beyond Cape Point this year, a new island surfaced.
Okay.
And it started out just as a little bump, and then kind of like a bigger bump. Then it grew to 3 football fields wide, and now it's almost a mile long. It initially was called Shelley Island, and it was called that by an 11-year-old boy who called it such because there was a bunch of seashells. So he wanted to call it Shelley Island.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. They tell you you can't make more real estate, and then an island just erupts up out of the sea.
Right.
But local experts warn that getting to the island can be dangerous and that beachgoers should not attempt to walk or swim there because of unsafe rip currents. Other concerns include old fishing hooks and 5-foot long sharks, as well as enormous stingrays. The North Carolina Beach Buggy Association president, Bill Smith.
Oh, no, fuck you. No, fuck you. I was on board with you. Okay, Rusty Fishhook Island. But
Okay.
no, I can't go along with the North Carolina Beach Buggy Association.
It's Shelley Fishhook Island that's guarded by 5-foot long sharks and enormous stingrays.
Right.
And there's Bill Smith, from the president of the North Carolina Beach Buggy Association, says we're worried about shark bites, but we're more worried about drownings.
Hey, hey, Chris, can you do me a favor and spell drownings?
Drownings.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is just the way that I said it, because that's the way I thought he said it. It says drownings.
Okay. All right.
But yeah. Now I have to have a hoodie. North Carolina Beach Buggy Association.
Hey, any of our friends who live in North Carolina, hook us up. I don't want to have to make one custom.
Right.
Yeah, that's
There's things that happen. You're like, huh?
A new island. See, I'd worry about that because easy come, easy go.
Yes.
Right. Like,
That's
hey,
what
here's
Bruno Mars says, right?
Yeah. That's what Bruno Mars says. He said, nodding politely. No, I would not want to. So you say, hey, there's no such thing as new real estate. Boom. Here's a new island that apparently the Beach Buggy Commission really wants to keep secret. I don't.
Right.
I think they have something
there?
to gain by that. Yeah. No, they're definitely. I think this might be like a Lovecraft kind of thing. There might be some kind of vault into an ancient alien city on there. No, but like it comes up and you're like, hey, let's put some houses on stilts on this motherfuck, and then boom, it just starts sinking.
That's where they're keeping the presidency of the United States of America.
You mean
making
the
them perform slave concerts?
Yeah,
just on repeat.
Oh, is that the marsh where Lump is?
Little blue dune buggy.
Why are dune buggies so funny?
I don't know. People love them. One thing I do want to say is you asked me about what day was that? Oh, it looks like Friday. You said you still down to record on Sunday.
Yeah.
And then I responded and you didn't respond back.
No, because you were just being absurd.
So Kole asked, you still down to record on Sunday? And I said, I am more than down. Super psyched to be part of the team. I bring a passion that's contagious. Nothing. No, that was Friday. That was Friday around 1:44 p.m. Okay.
Right. Can I read?
So approximately 6 hours later.
Yeah. So 7:26 p.m. 7:26 p.m. I'll let you do it. I don't want to take your glory.
Remember my contagious passion.
Okay.
And I want you to do the read.
Okay. Looking forward to the company cookout this fall. No one will remember that shorts accident, and I will be king of the grill. Also, please make sure there are enough I Survived Company's fall cookout shirts in man color and XL. Last year, I had to take a purple one because it was the only XL left. I told Karen, but she was losing her shit because she found out that her husband was participating in a sleeper cell, and she had to report him because, Toby Keith. And then nothing. That was on Friday at just shy of 7:30 p.m. And today at 3:15, I responded with 7 ?
The numeral.
Yeah.
7.
And then you said sure. It's a drama in multiple parts.
There's a lot going on, man.
There really is. See, you get on a tear like that, and I'd never know when you're done.
I think a day would have told you.
Well, by then I forgot.
And then 2 days.
Yeah. 7?
Yeah, Kole, you're the one who taught me yes and, man. This is just a normal conversation. If it applies here, it applies on the text message.
I suppose, yeah. Huh. super jazzed to be on the team. And XL in man color. If we run out of buns again, I'm going to flip my shit.
Yeah. She found out her husband was part of that sleeper cell. So she had to turn him in because Toby Keith.
Yeah. Because Toby Keith. Speaking of patriotism, our friend Dennis Rodman did another thing.
Yeah. You got. Let's just go ahead and trade him permanently.
Seems to like it over there. He seems to have found his calling.
It's a happy place, he says.
Yeah, it's great. Shiny, happy people, man. No, so I mean, we know that he goes over there and does his basketball trips, and he's good friends with the current leader of the regime, Kim Jong-un, and he always goes and plays basketball with I assume the people who get the food. But what I wanted to focus on,
they only eat tall vegetables.
a lot of celery. What I wanted to focus on was the gifts that he brought, because you don't show up to North Korea empty-handed, right? And
they need a lot. So
I picked this story before that person died. So yeah, that's the way it goes. But so he showed up, and here's what he brought. So he brought a couple of signed jerseys, okay, like autographed jerseys. He brought a copy of Donald Trump's book, Art of the Deal. So it's a little muddy because he's not there as an official emissary of the United States. But Dennis Rodman has great affection for Donald Trump, spanning back to their his tenure on The Celebrity Apprentice. Okay. Yeah. Then it gets a little weird because he also brought 2 sets of soap, a copy of Where's Waldo, the Totally Essential Travel Collection, and a Mermaid Puzzle.
Yeah.
It's the traditional gift.
Yeah. Okay. The joke that Trump was elected is lost on me. But some people look at Dennis Rodman going to North Korea as a joke, and I say no, it makes the most sense out of anything that could ever make sense.
Okay. Because
if there was going to be an ambassador to batshit crazy, it would be Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
And so sending him there as an ambassador, whatever, I come representing, a guy who was once on the same hooker call list as R. Kelly and Donald Trump.
Right.
Makes sense. Where's Waldo? Let's sit down and talk about this.
Let's sit down and find Waldo, Kim.
Let's say instead of Waldo, it was nuclear weapons.
Where
would those be?
You think he's a sleeper cell?
I wouldn't put it past old Denny.
Okay, so you think Denny's deep state? Deep state Denny, they call him.
Of course.
Yeah.
Why else would he be relevant?
So he's going over there, and he's like, "Hey, I've got a mermaid puzzle for your kids, Kim. Also, it looks like I'm throwing some rocks. What else is rocks, right? Oh, it's uranium. You got any uranium around?
Right.
Let's play basketball with that. Let's play basketball. Right. Where's the uranium?
You know what else rocks? Cleveland. You don't have anything pointed at Cleveland, do you?
I have no idea. Did Dennis Rodman? He played for the Lakers, right?
He played for a lot of places.
Yeah,
I think he's most famous for being the bad boy on the Pistons, and then he followed that up on some of those Jordan teams. I lost you. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Thank you.
No, I'm following into the Pistons. I know the Pistons.
Do you?
Yeah. Philadelphia.
No.
Oh.
Nope. I did. The name makes complete sense because the Pistons are in a car, and cars were once made in Detroit. So
right. So it would be the Detroit Pistons,
right? And the Philadelphia. What? Why? When was the last time that city was relevant? 1770 76ers.
No, so the Patriots. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He played for the Patriots.
Right.
Yeah. I just remember it being notable that Dennis Rodman was sleeping with Carmen Electra.
The New Jersey Devils.
Yes, because of the cryptid. I know this one. Jersey Devil. It's like it's like their version of the of like the Chupacabra.
Right.
Yeah.
They had the only giraffe basketball team.
They're the only all giraffe basketball team.
Right.
Who do you set up to be the Washington Generals that play against the Giraffe Globetrotters?
The New York Knicks.
Fuck you. We can't end the episode there. We need 10 more minutes. What the fuck, man?
Now, there is a works cited page on that.
Okay.
From 30 Rock.
Oh, man.
Was Tracy Morgan.
What? The New York...
Yeah. I thought you would get the reference.
No, I didn't. I thought you were being real quick.
My purse. Come on. You did it to me, motherfucker.
Sorry, man. Well, I take back my hysterical laughter.
I bought Kareem you bought Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's bones, and he's not even dead.
Oh, that's a funny show. It's a funny
anyway.
show. Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm glad it.
No, that was a funny joke when they made that.
Mm-hmm.
When they made that joke. Fuck, you've made a fool of me.
I did. It was bad, but I can riff a little bit on the North Korea thing.
Okay.
Because non-proliferation researchers that are monitoring North Korea.
Okay.
And, in and out and all that kind of stuff of what materials are moving around. And part of that is, watching media and all that kind of stuff. And so they noticed that North Korean state officials are actually photoshopping Kim Jong-un's ears. So there's something about his ears that he doesn't like. He doesn't want anybody to see.
He's self-conscious about it. They're photoshopping it to make him more handsome. Yeah,
there's evidently an imperfection at the base of his ear, which doctors suggest could be anything from a cyst to a viral infection. So he's got some kind of like goiter-looking thing on under his ear. Right.
Huh. Well,
yeah. If it's benign, serves a purpose. The cosmetic alteration and others like it are likely designed to help Kim look a bit more handsome than he is in real life. So basically, they keep tenderizing him.
Pretty soon, all of his official photos will just be landscapes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
So anyway, yeah, he doesn't like his ears.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
If you were going to bully him to commit suicide, you could probably talk about that.
Focus on that. Just focus fire on the ears, if you want. Huh. Well, we all have our insecurities. I can't blame him. He's only human, even if his propaganda says he's not.
No, he's the only guy ever to get a hole-in-one during a baseball game.
That's funny. Is that also from 30 Rock?
No, that is not from 30 Rock or any other show on Netflix or Hulu.
Oh, okay, cool. So it's on Amazon Prime Instant. Okay,
none of your business. No, that's all. That I don't remember what it was. I said it and then it was gone.
No, you talked about getting a hole.
What was that funny thing? You got a hole in one.
Yeah, you got a hole in one playing baseball. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Got another story?
Didn't I just say one?
Oh, I think you did. I thought you were going.
But hey, here's another. This is Cole's story.
Okay, cool.
Because Cole, he loves to, as we discussed earlier, set alarms, beeps for half hours so they can be mindful of something irrelevant to me, but not to you because it's part of your life. So there's a homeowner outside Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, who every day for the past 13 years in his home has heard a clock beep every night at 6:50 p.m.
On the dot.
on the dot. So back in 2004, this homeowner set an alarm for 10 minutes later and then lowered the clock that he had just set the alarm on through a second floor vent via a string. The plan was for the alarm to go off once lowered to the first floor as a signal for where the homeowner needed to drill a hole through his living room wall for a TV hookup.
Okay.
Instead, 13 years ago, in 2004, the clock detached from the string, leaving Ross unable to lift it back through the vent.
I mean, Ross is in an insane asylum now, isn't he?
He says, quote, "As I'm laying here in this padded room." Now,
it's hard to make out the words under all the drool. Yeah.
Yeah. So many clumps of hair.
Yeah.
He's ripped out.
All right.
As I was laying it down, all of a sudden I heard it go thunk as it came loose. Maybe 3-4 months, it'll run out of battery. But the clock has been ticking faithfully with a distinctive beep that can be heard in CBS Pittsburgh's video that's attached to this. The news came out and did a story.
Of course.
The Lynn family has grown accustomed to the daily alarm. Jerry's wife said that it still throws guests off. It starts with a soft beep, 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 gets a little louder and closer together. And then that will set people like, what? What's that? As she slowly sets a Jell-O mold on the table and says, Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Everything's normal here. Look at this Jell-O mold.
Yeah, this isn't at an Ikea.
Yep, 13 years, and then the news finally found out about it and didn't have anything to do that.
Yeah, it was a slow day. You gotta track your time somewhere.
Right.
You gotta realize that accrual. Yeah.
Can't even say it.
So I mean, like, is he suffering any adverse effects for this?
I don't think so. I think he just, somebody found out and was like, "Oh man, that's fucked up."
You're minorly inconvenienced for about a minute or so, every single day at a predictable time.
Bummer, man.
Yeah. Huh. No, that when you said that, I thought it was like going to be part of a gaslighting plot. Like, oh, it's his upstairs neighbor who says, we're gonna get him, and then lowers it down. At that point, I would think you would bust a hole in the wall and get it out. Or is it like that? Is it like that? That light bulb in San Francisco at the firehouse that ran for 102 years. Like at this point, you just want to see how many more miles that tire has on it.
Right.
Yeah. No.
Like when Kramer goes on the test drive.
Oh, of course. Yeah. At the Chinese restaurant, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It reminds me, when I was in middle school, I had a Pikachu virtual pet. Okay. It was like a pedometer. The more you walked around, the more it would, charge up Pikachu's. It would get you Pika points and could use those to play like a little slot machine on it. Okay.
That was ahead of its time.
Yeah, a little bit. And I like this thing a lot. Like, you'd take it and wear it in gym class and I can play a slot machine. It was a neat little thing. It also had a clock on it and you could set an alarm. Okay. And
I remember it.
Yeah. And I set the alarm for 7:30 so I could wake up for school. And at some point, after I moved on from really liking Pokemon, so you put aside your childish things, and it goes into the closet. And then for the next several years, at 7:30 in the morning, I would hear beep 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 beep, and then Pikachu would tire himself out. And I can't remember exactly how long he lasted doing that, and I never actually found that thing again. So Pikachu's gone, and I did something kind of similar to what this guy did.
Good work.
Yeah. Pikachu's dead. I killed him. Bye, kids.
See you around.
Yeah.
Asshole.
Occasionally, we talk about things that websites or publications sell to women to put up their lady parts in order to improve something about it, be it some kind of jade egg or a detox ball, yoni oil,
bath bomb.
Yep. Bath salts. Yeah. Oh gosh, tightening sticks is another thing. All things that we've brushed on at some point. Want to give another warning to any of our biologically female listeners who may be tempted to put wasps' nests up their parts.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
I
don't trust women, so I kind of already assumed they were up there.
Jeez. So what happens? These are called...
Pop a quick H on this box.
Shave a quick H on that. So these are called oak galls or oak apples. And they're the result of they result when a wasp punctures an oak tree and deposits its larva inside. And in order to heal this wound, the oak secretes a bunch of sap, including like tannic and gallic acids, and it creates this bulging protrusion, this sphere. Okay, and that's where that's what the wasp grows up inside, and then it drills a little hole out of it, and then pokes its way out, and then boom, you have this left over. These are sold to be used topically. Okay, but which I mean, you take this you take this wasp egg, this tree's wasp egg, you put it up there, and they say that it will improve your sex life, tighten the vagina, restore the elasticity of the uterine wall, which doesn't make any sense because that's not where the uterus is. All kinds of things. However,
the uterus is all over a woman's body.
Oh, of course, wherever you want it to be. It's wherever you believe it is. Yeah,
it depends on where they,
Yeah.
The level of craziness they're exhibiting depends on where their uterus is positioned.
I mean, you're making a joke about the root word for hysteria, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. It was like, what, they call it hysteria because it was specifically in women, the idea being that that they had a wandering uterus. So like, oh, your uterus is out of alignment. So yeah.
Right.
But the problem is this works by the
sap ball.
But this sap ball works by drying out the vaginal mucosa, increasing the risk of abrasions during sex, and it also gets rid of the protective mucus layer, which causes all kinds of infections and such. So
yeah, because they're essentially smearing into themselves the stuff that guys put on their hands so that they don't lose control of the bat.
Yep. It's got to increase the grip,
Jesus God.
Yeah, so just don't. Whatever Gwyneth Paltrow tells you to do.
Hey, before you dry fuck me, why don't you chalk up?
This has been Those Damn Ross Kids.
Hey, Chris, want me to tell them what they can do?
Please.
Yeah. If they want to help us, they can go check out our recently redesigned Patreon campaign. That is at patreon.com/Duckfeed.tv. We've revised some of the tiers. We've added some higher tiers. We've added some new milestone goals, things of that nature. We would love if you could check it out. Additionally, if you want to tell your friends about the show or leave a rating and review in Apple Podcasts, or head over to facebook.com/ThoseDamnRossKids. Hey, Chris, did I forget anything?
Nope, you got it.
All right. Sorry, America.
Sorry.